so we've had some requests about guns cleaning. So we're going to clean these guns here. We'll clean one of them. And so these are simple, just AR-15s. This gun here is a super light gun that we've built. It's like 7 pounds, super light. And this is the one we use for like the girls and stuff like that and civilians. Now we've got the LaRues, we'll talk about them a little later, but let's just kind of go through, and I'm just going to go through how I clean one of my ARs. So you don't need a whole lot to clean with. I use a bullet, and you just use it, something to kind of get get it started. Break it in half. Now what I normally do is I just lay it over the back of a chair. That's my deal. And it worked for me. Pull the bolt carrier out. And these guns here are usually good for 2,000 or 3,000 rounds, and then we really got to clean them. These guns here, I can go 10,000 to 15,000 rounds and clean them. So let's look at this little bolt carrier here. So I've got a pin here. You got to pull this pin out. So now what this pin does is it holds your firing pin in there, and the firing pin goes through the cam and then into your bolt. So you got to drop your firing pin, and let's drop it right there, and that allows you to get your cam out, and you got to turn it sideways, cam out, put the cam in there, bolt out, and then bolt carrier. And then essentially that's pretty much all you got to do there. And then I go into my sonic cleaner, drop all that in there into my sonic cleaner, and then close it and turn it on. The sonic cleaner uses sonic, sound and vibration to clean it. Now essentially all this is water and simple green. So water, a couple splashes of simple green. And you can clean one, if you think you can clean one really good, you clean one as good as you want, and then you put it in the sonic cleaner for 15 minutes at 120 degrees, and it will be completely black. The water and the soot, you'll be amazed how much you get out of this thing. But it's important that you take it completely apart so that so essentially the bubbles can get in there and do their little massage, and you can kind of see the vibration in there, and you can hear it. So it does a great job of cleaning. Let's go ahead and pretend that it's done. Let's go ahead and pull it out.
That's what she said.
And so we're just pretending it's been in there for 15 minutes. So then the process I do now is I'll pull it all out, and I'll let it sit out here and dry. This. And then we'll go to the gun. So let's go to the gun. So the gun, of course, is dirty. And here's my system on the gun. Before I spray any kind of solvent in there or something, I usually come and brush the chamber out. So this is a little AR brush. And when you buy one, you buy about 10 of them, because they don't last very long. At least they don't last me very long. So you get in there, and I just kind of just slowly work it in there. Nothing fancy here, just kind of back and forth really fast. And this is just getting a good little clean in there. Then I come in there with my solvent, spray it in. Well, this is, and this is just my system. I'm sure you got your own system. I'm sure, these guns are tools for us. They're nothing fancy. We're not trying to make a show gun out of it. Okay, so now I've got the solvent in there. I get my brush. I go all the way through. I don't pull it back. At this point, I just break the brush loose. Done. All right. That's done there. Now we take the same solvent, spray it in like this, take a rag, and I'm just wiping all the blowback out. So these guns here, with these cans on there, they don't have a bypass, so all that blowback comes in back into the bolt carrier. So they get really dirty really fast. Now these guns here, these Surges, these LaRue Surge, they've got a bypass. So that's why they can go so much longer without having any kind of an issue, because they bypass a lot of that gas out. So this gun's already pretty clean. All right, so that's pretty much all I'm going to do there. Right here, there's really nothing to do here. You can oil your spring if you want. I never do. So now let's look at all of our stuff. Here's our firing pin. If you shoot as much as we do, always have an extra firing pin, because these things do break after about 50,000-60,000 rounds. Seem like they usually kind of go bye-bye. All right, and then your bolt, just kind of clean it up. Right back here, I always kind of feel around, see if there's any carbon. If there is, I'll just carry it. This is a little wire brush. Nice and easy here. Clean it, spin it, clean it, spin it, clean it, spin it. All right, that's good and dry. Put this down. This is your cam. Always feel for a little groove on that cam. I got one starting right there. I can kind of feel my fingernail on it. So it's going to be almost time for a new one, but it's going to be right there. Okay? And then your bolt carrier, clean it up a little bit. Looks good there. So now for the oiling. Okay, so I'm using this M Pro 7. Come right here, see that little carrier there, right there. One drop, one big drop. Same thing on these little O-rings here. Drop there, let it kind of roll all the way around. And get your bolt carrier, get it in there like that. Line your hole, you got your hole there. Your ejector's over on this side, so your ejector's at like 10 o'clock. That's the ejector part right there. If you put your ejector over here at 5 o'clock, you're not going to be able to get it in there. So you get your ejector over here at 10 o'clock. A little slack. Get your cam in there. Oh, put a little oil on your cam. So right there where I told you it's kind of getting a little groove. Get some oil on that. And get it spun right, like that. Now you're gonna get your bolt. I usually have a little bit of oil on my fingers. I mean your firing pin, not your bolt, firing pin. Get it down in there. Now, this little pin here is what holds that firing pin in. Sometimes it gets a little spread apart and it's hard to get in. The little trick I do is I put it in the back side and I just work it back and forth. That pulls it together and then it falls right in like that. Okay? All good there? Okay, so now we're going back together here. There we go. Sounds good. There's one gun, so like I said, this gun here, after that little cleaning there, should be good for 2,000 to 3,000 rounds. And it doesn't have a bypass. These cans make it a lot more dirty. But now like this gun here, this LaRue Surge, it's built with a can on it, and it does have a bypass. And so this gun here will literally go 15,000 to 20,000 rounds without it cleaning, and that's a great thing. And it's super heavy, super stout. So these guns are the ones we use with the military, and we're shooting 5,000 to 6,000 rounds a week with the military here. And this gun here's probably got 100,000 rounds through it so far, and then we've replaced one firing pin. Essentially what I do, I have 2 shooters in the helicopter when we're shooting, and I always carry an extra gun. And instead of just coming in here and just cleaning guns every dang day or every 2 or 3 days, I just carry an extra gun and we go until we start jamming. And as soon as we jam, that's kind of my sign when I'm going to clean a gun. Mainly on these LaRues, because normally the LaRues are what we're shooting thousands and thousands of rounds out of. And these lighter guns are usually just used for just like when the women come and shoot or something like that, because they're lighter. So I know these guns, and I know we're shooting 300 rounds a run. So, you know, 4, 5, 6 runs, we're pretty much ready to clean these things up. So it's an expensive gun, and it's heavy and it's stout, and it's made to take that kind of abuse. These little old put together guns aren't going to take that kind of a beating, but you know, you got a 15-pound gun compared to a 7-pound gun. So just the difference in what we do. But so cleaning the suppressors themselves, they're pretty easy. You can just pop them off. So I might better be careful what I say. So if I can get that thing off. So like apparently I don't clean
blooper reel.
Yeah, blooper reel. Yeah. Let's see if I can get off that. That other one might not want to come off either. I've got it flushed clean. Nope. You can clean these somehow. I can clean them. Nah, just skip that part.